Okay, great.
All
So
right.
it says public, so
Upcoming, right?
it should be right now. It says live right
It's
now.
live now.
No, I don't want Netflix.
Yes, waiting for
Sorry.
GP Tuesday.
Waiting for GP Tuesday.
Waiting for GP Tuesday.
Did you start?
It's
Yeah.
already GP Tuesday. If you didn't.
Maybe it's because we canceled one and it's like that's the other one.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe it just takes
Give
a
it 10
moment.
seconds.
Yeah, let's give it 10 seconds.
How do I
Cool. Yeah. So
set this up here?
just is it still plugged in?
Yeah.
Huh.
Connected devices, PC.
Oh, messages.
Perfect.
Oh, here we go.
Almost perfect.
Yay, and we're live.
And we're live.
All
GP
right, we're
Tuesday.
live.
Excellent.
All right, first live.
Awesome.
Welcome everybody.
Welcome everyone. So this is GP Tuesday, a community of AI enthusiasts in the Miami area. We're so blessed right now to be having Michael Friedberg. He's a Scrum Master and Senior Software Engineer over at Oracle. He's going to be presenting for us the power of AI swarms.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And so, every week we have AI enthusiasts come here, and we've been building for the past 1 year. Our first year, total 1 year anniversary is going to be next month on June 9th is when I believe, not June 9th, but early June. So we're really excited to have that. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring Michael to the stage. So thank you.
I'm wearing my JetBrains pin today because I use their products, and I'm not being sponsored by them, but just thought I'd mention if anybody in the live stream had a question of what that was, that's what it is. So let's get started. All right. So I spoke probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago about just AI agents in general, and basically what an agent is. If you ever seen Devin, that's what an agent is. Pretty much an intelligent system, autonomous system that lives on your computer, or it could be like a robot and like an Amazon warehouse roaming around doing stuff. And now what a swarm is, think of multiple robots working together at Amazon doing everything for you. And that's what a swarm is. Imagine multiple Devins talking to each other, doing stuff. So today I put together a demo pretty much demonstrating the power of an AI swarm. I didn't put too much effort into this slide, to be honest. I made this using Gamma, and with a single prompt it made all these slides for me. I looked over it, they looked pretty good, but I want to just kind of use it as a guidance of explaining what this framework that I'm using is. So this framework that I'm using for the demo is called Agency Swarm, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the GitHub documentation so that way we can introduce who created it. So let's go look up Agency Swarm, GitHub. Here it is. So this is Agency Swarm. It was created by this guy here, Arsini, and it's pretty much new. Like I think his first commit was like 6 months ago. He doesn't even have documentation, and picking up on frameworks like this is it's a gamble, because as developers you could pick up on this open source framework and then a year from now it might get abandoned. But his Discord community is so big, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. A lot of people like it. His concept is good, and it follows the corporate hierarchy, how the agents talk to each other. So I'm just going to go over to his YouTube, and he's going to give a basic explanation of how his framework works. I'm just going to find a quick video here. I'm not going to go over the whole video.
In a few years, businesses will hire AI agencies composed entirely out of AI agents. It will be absolutely normal for us to go to a software development shop that contains only 1 or 2 people. For example, this AI lab called Cognition recently released the first AI software engineer named David that outperforms everything else that we have ever seen on the SWE benchmark. It can literally train its own AI, learn unfamiliar technologies, contribute to production repos, and even complete some side hustles on Upwork. But what many people don't realize is that this comparison on their chart is made between standard large language models like Claude or GPT-4, while David has access to additional tools like terminal, code editor, and even its own browser. So all this is literally just a cleverly prompted LLM with a bunch of tools, and this lab has already gotten more than $20 million in funding. Personally, I don't believe that they're heading in the right direction, and I'll explain exactly why later, but what this really shows is that we're merely scratching the surface of what's possible here. So in this video, I will share with you my entire experience developing custom AI agent systems for companies of all sizes, ranging from small firms of 5 to 10 employees to corporations with 30,000 plus people. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll be able to build your own fully functional social media marketing agency that will generate ad copy, create ad images with DALL-E 3, and reliably post them on Facebook. Here's the game plan. We'll start with an overview of this new AI agent developer role and what it entails. Next, we'll unravel what AI agents truly are. After that, we'll take a tour of the most popular AI agent frameworks at your disposal. Then I'll be pulling back the curtain.
I'm gonna just go ahead because any of us could just watch this video later. But pretty much his framework lets you build an agency with a single prompt. I've been working on this project probably for like the last couple of days, and it started with a single prompt. And what I made is a website where you can go to visit to pretty much see like everybody who went to that same event, because I've been to events and I didn't get a chance to speak with somebody, and I'm like, oh dang, I wish I grabbed their contact information. So what I did was I put together an AI agency comprised of 3 agents. So there's a greeting agent, there's a LinkedIn agent, and then there's a data storage agent. So what the greeting agent will do is it's going to ask everybody here for their name. It's going to pass on that instruction to the LinkedIn agent, who's going to find your picture and your LinkedIn profile, and then that agent's going to pass that information on to the data storage agent, who's going to send the data to Supabase. And I already spun up this is localhost, so let me go to the one here. Oh, hang on, let me just go to DigitalOcean here. I already spun this up on the cloud, so anybody can go here. Let me just get a barcode going here. Barcode generator, or QR code generator, sorry, QR code generator. All right, let me just put this into here. I hope I don't have to. So if you guys want it, you can, let me just make sure this works. Take out your camera, scan the QR code, and it should take you to the app for tonight's event. So Alan Garcia actually went first, and it didn't find exactly who he was. So he didn't finish seeing, or this didn't finish picking up where he worked at.
Famous than I am.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are getting access tonight?
No.
Oh, okay. No, okay, got it. All right. So yeah, everyone, scan this. I'll leave it up for like, I don't know, like 30 more seconds.
Are we supposed to do something with the app? Except
Yeah, we're gonna do something with the app. So so I'm gonna just demo this really quick. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to put up the president's picture there. So, all right. The way that the swarm works, you basically, it's a single command line interface. It's going to ask you what you want it to do. So what I did is I said, make me an agency that will help me capture everyone's information, and you can actually program tools inside of the agent's directory. So I'm going to show you the directories here. So I did this a few times. So these are different types of agencies I made. And tonight's agency is the network enhancer. And there is 3 agents here. There's the greeter agent, the LinkedIn agent, and the data collector agent. And I programmed some tools here. So there's a speech output tool, and that's using 11 Labs, so I can have a better voice, because before I was using a very like robotic voice from Python. And then there's a speech input tool, and I had to put in listening, like it's gonna say listening, because we don't know exactly when to talk unless that was here. I was trying to put it like a beeping sound, but I couldn't get that to work. Listening was kind of better. So I'm gonna spin up the agency right now. It's gonna say listening.
Listening.
All right, perfect. And what it's gonna do now, it's gonna go ahead and spin up a basic UI called Demo Radio on one of the ports on my local host here. So this is the AI agency. So I'm gonna give it the first prompt to the greeter agent, and I'm just gonna say start. So I told the greeter agent to let's start. The greeter agent is gonna execute
Hello,
some commands.
welcome to the event. Please tell me your first name, last name, and where you work.
Listening.
Michael Friedberg, Senior Software Engineer at Oracle. Picked up my voice, put it on the screen, and it's probably not going to find me because I think my LinkedIn set to private. So it's scraping Bing right now. Oh, it actually found something. It found a picture. Let's see what it found. So I programmed a Bing scraper tool to pick up the first image that it finds on Bing. And let's see what it's doing here. Oh, it actually found something. I'm actually surprised. So right now, the LinkedIn agent should send this to the data collector agent, and it should go into Supabase. So let's see if it goes into Supabase. I've located the LinkedIn profile, Michael Friedberg, Senior Software Engineer. Here's the details. That is not me. I have a full head of hair. I'm sorry, I don't know who that
Let's
is.
see who it is.
Next attendee, please.
All right, so
It could be
I need a break. Let's take a break. So I can give it a different type of
Welcome
prompt.
to the event. Please tell me your first name, last name, and where you work.
Listening.
Please stop. Okay.
Stopped.
It's. I don't know what it's doing.
Sorry, I couldn't catch that. Could you please repeat your first name, last name, and workplace?
Please stop.
Listening.
Please stop. Okay, it stopped. So, yeah, that's why I put that in there because it does it's processing. So I needed to let me know when to speak. So let's see who it found here. So that is definitely not me. Okay, but I hope I look that good when I get up to that age. But if you visit that link, it should reload with that person unless it didn't.
No.
Let me see here. Let me close these because these are confusing me here. It should have went to Supabase, and I've been having a problem with this where the agent isn't actually sending it to Supabase, and it didn't this time. So what I'll do is let me go back to the agent here, and what's cool about this is, all right, that's another radio window here. Let's go here. All right, so it didn't send it, but what I'm gonna do is I can switch the agent, to the data collector agent. So I could talk to the data collector agent directly and say, hey, store this information for me. And what's interesting about this framework is I can't program this. I have to actually describe it. So it uses an instruction manifesto that it sends to the LLM that you pick. And then that LLM gives back instructions on what tools to use, which agents to talk to. So it did a little bit of a hallucination here. So I got it to work with you, but maybe as we use it, because I'll have if you guys want it, you guys can come up and introduce yourselves, and then you'll start to appear up here in the app. Let me find the app here. Hold on a second here. Just open this one up here. All right, so there's Michael Friedberg. I spoke to the data collector agent directly, and it worked. And if you go on your phone and you load this, and you click that download contact button, it'll actually get ready to save. So you can save the contacts directly.
Wait,
so
which contact?
blue button. I
The
think.
blue button.
No, but like, who's contacted?
I
you?
mean,
Which might
none
be
of these
free.
people are real. So.
No, so actually, if you clicked on the LinkedIn profile, I think that is your profile. Right?
Tracy wanted to
No,
meet
it's not.
another one.
No, it's not.
No,
That's the third one.
it's some other Michael Friedberg. So, that's the thing. Is like it's very hard to. Well, there probably needs to be more filtering and data validation for this to actually work properly. But it does work. I can find my friends for sure because my settings on LinkedIn are set to private. So let's try someone else. So let me go back to here. Let's see here, I have so many tabs. Here. Let's type in resume. And do we have any volunteers?
Sure. Let's see if it gets my name right.
All right, but I need to tell the greeter agent to resume, not the data collector agent. Resume.
Hello, welcome to the event. Please tell me your first name, last name, and where you work.
listening,
Itai Leibowitz, I'm the founder at Biscayne AI.
What do I want to do? No, it did not. But it got.
Whoa, Tyler. Yeah, well,
Let's see what it does here. I was thinking about using Whisper instead of. I think I'm using Google Speech Recognition. It found a picture.
I mean, not in my name though.
You type it in.
Yeah, you could type it in. You could type. I could type it in. Let's see what I found. Biscayne.ai. Look at that. It found Biscayne.ai.
Hey, that's nice.
It found your like LinkedIn profile.
Not.
Thank you, Tyler. Your information has been recorded.
Let's try it again.
Oh, me? Itai Leibowitz.
Oh wait for it to prompt.
Hello, welcome to the event.
Wait
Please
for it
tell
to
me
say
your first
listening.
name, last name, and where you work.
listening,
Itai Leibowitz, and I'm the founder of Biscayne AI.
I'm sorry, I couldn't catch that. Could you please repeat your first name, last name, and workplace?
Itai Leibowitz, and I work at Biscayne
Listening.
AI. Well,
Itai Leibowitz, the founder of Biscayne AI. No, sorry, I'm so sorry. I could type it in. I could definitely type it in. So
tough name.
Yeah, it's tough. The
Yeah.
name. I know.
yeah,
That's what we like to do, is test boundaries.
I could maybe Whisper would be better, like a better speech recognition model. But let's try. Once it goes, you can go next.
I mean, my name is hard to pronounce.
Do we have John or Jack?
Yeah, do we have a simple name for
all
it?
right,
We can try.
how you spell ITIA?
ITAI.
ITAI.
You have AI in your name?
I
Oh,
do
there you
have
go.
IT
Perfect.
and then AI. And then LEIBOW.
L.
EIBOW. ITZ.
Got it. ITZ. Founder of Biscayne AI. So this is probably only going to be as good as how fast Bing updates their. Let me type it fine. How fast Bing updates their index. So I can tell it directly to look you up, and it will pass that information to the LinkedIn agent. So, and this is a very basic concept of what a swarm can do. This is, in people's minds, could be done with some programming, but the logic in between the agents are handled by the LLM. The LLM acts as the reasoning layer. It tells it which agent to talk to, it gives it all the instructions, and it also tells it which tools to use. You could program the tools. Like a lot of the tools here I made it use 11 Labs. I made it say listening. I made it scrape Bing or versus DuckDuckGo or versus Google. So you program the tools, but it decides what to do. It decides, it uses its own logic.
So each
So-
agent invokes its own tools, but how do the agents communicate with each other?
Using the LLMs. Using the, actually,
Is it also a function call, or?
it's it uses this agency manifesto. So I believe it sends this up to OpenAI, and it tells it what agents to use. And by the way, I'm not using it here, but this heavily uses the assistance API on OpenAI. And it created it for another project, and I didn't know how because I didn't tell it to do that. But on there too, you can switch the models, which models you want to use. So by default, all of these use GPT-4 Turbo, but it uses this manifesto, and each agent has instructions. So for example, the data collector agent has these instructions here: primary instructions, receive data from the LinkedIn agent, validate the data received for completeness and accuracy, store the validated data. And so this is the old directory that I was working with probably this morning. Let me go to the recent one here. This is the one I'm working with now, and we are in the LinkedIn agent. So let me go to that directory, and these are the instructions. So here's the updated instructions. So receive data, name and workplace from the greeter agent. Use Bing search tool to search for LinkedIn profiles matching the provided details. Process the search results to find the most accurate and relevant profile URL. It gave back 100, and the first one might not be the right one. If it figures out which one by sending all that data to OpenAI, and then OpenAI sends back the correct one.
So,
Then, go ahead.
I was going to say, so in theory, the idea would be the more detailed instructions you provide
Yeah.
the agent or the agency, the better results you will get over time.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Absolutely.
And Michael, I have a question. So
Yeah.
who wrote these instructions? Was that you? Was that
It wrote something, but I added, like for example, I added this because it was not sending the data to the data collector agent. So, and I'm still kind of having that problem. So I kind of added that in there.
So what do you mean it wrote it? What was
Let
the
me
thing that
demonstrate this really quick. So let me pause this. Let's just create a new agency. We can always go back to this. So let me open up a new tab. Actually, I gotta go into my history here. I'm gonna delete my API key. I know someone on the live stream is gonna get it and deplete my account. All right, so let me see here. So basically, there's a Genesis command here where we can build a completely brand new agency. Let me copy it here. So let me find Genesis, Python. Hang on a second. No, it's actually agency swarm. So agency swarm. There we go. No. Sorry, there's only 7 of these. So, all right, that's David. Here we go. All right, so this is the command to create an agency. So we're gonna create an agency right now. Genesis, and then I gotta go get my Open API key out. I'm gonna create a new one because I don't wanna. I'm gonna delete it after because I know someone on the live stream might want to borrow it. So let's just go to OpenAI really quick. I want to generate a new API key. Their website's not easy to use. All right, let's go to
Platform.
yeah. There we go. How much money did I spend so far? I've depleted my entire balance making this demo, by the way. All right, API keys. Let's just make a new one. Let me call this agency 2. All right, let's create our super secret key that I'm gonna show everybody anyway. All right, so we're gonna pass this here. So now it's gonna give us a prompt. And does anybody have any ideas of what kind of business or idea we want to create tonight?
I do. I want to create a debate club where they're gonna debate both pros and cons of any topic that we give
All
them.
right, let's do it. Create a debate club to debate any topics given. Right?
And come up with an answer, yeah.
And come up with an answer? Or
Yeah.
come up with a topic?
No, come up with a decision.
Alright, so it's communicating to OpenAI, and it's gonna write a goal and create a structure of all the agents it would create. So there's a CEO agent, there's a debater A, debater B, and there's only 3 agents in this swarm. So we can modify it. It's just telling us the plan. So the plan here is the goal of the debate club is to facilitate structured debates on various topics, analyze arguments, reach a consensus or decision based on the decisions. Agency structure, debate moderator, which is a CEO agent, going back to the whole corporate structure of the agency swarm. And you got its role is to oversee the debate, assign topics to the debaters, collect their arguments, ensure a fair and balanced debate process. This agent will also summarize the debate and present a decision. Tools and API might use natural language processing tools to understand and summarize arguments. Communication can initiate communication with debaters and the user, which is whoever is using this terminal here. Debater A, the role is to argue from one perspective of the debate topic. Tools and APIs, access to databases for fetching data and evidence to support arguments. Communication, reports to the debate moderator. And debater B, to argue the opposing perspective of the debate topic. Tools and APIs, access to databases for fetching data and evidence to support arguments. Communication, reports to the debate moderator. So I'm going to say yes, this looks good. And it's actually, what it's going to do is it's going to create a new directory here. And it's actually going to build out all the code that this system would need. Will it work? Probably not initially. It'll probably crash. But this is going to work because I set the rate limit down to 5 seconds, so that way it doesn't exceed 10,000 tokens per minute. And that's how I was able to build the business card. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it also creating assistants in OpenAI?
It might, yeah. Let's go to the assistance API and let's take a look here. So
I
let's
have
go
a
to-
feeling it's creating 3 assistants.
It created something, because these 2 weren't here today. So
What are they
agent
called?
creator, tool creator. So this was today. So these 3 were just now created because I didn't create that 4 minutes ago.
And what are their
So
prompts? Like what?
let's see here. You are part of Genesis agency framework called Agency Swarm. The goal of your agency is to create other agencies with this framework. Below is a brief description of the framework. Agency Swarm started as a desire and effort of Arseny, I cannot pronounce it. Let's just call it Versen. Versen, to fully automate his AI agency with AI. By building his framework, we aim to simplify AI agent creation process, enable anyone to create collaborative swarm agents called agencies, each with distinct roles and capabilities. These agents must function autonomously, yet collaborate with each other collaborate with other agents to achieve a common goal. Keep in mind that the communication with the other agents within your agency via the send message tool is synchronous. Other agents will not be executing any tasks post-response. Please instruct the recipient to continue its execution if needed. Do not report the user before the recipient agent has completed his task. If the agent proposes the next step, for example, you must instruct the recipient agent to execute them.
Yeah. So that's sort of, those are the assistants that create,
The other agents, yeah.
and it happens every time it seems.
Do you know if this is turn-based or like, we've got like 3 agents at a time?
You can create more, like I can,
No, I mean, do they act in turn? Like, okay, agent 1 is gonna act now, agent 2 is gonna act after that, and that's it? Or do they, you know?
Yeah, they do.
act in
They
sync?
do. And I wish it was not like that. I wish it would kind of like be at the same time. So that way, for example, like the virtual business card, multiple people could come up and it'll just like queue to it'll create a queue for the LinkedIn agent to start processing the data.
But
like
it
that.
doesn't do that right now.
It doesn't do that right now, no. So I guess that's a potential future merge request for this. So it's open source. Anybody can create a merge request and figure it out. Like I was watching a video of a guy reviewing this framework, and he had a suggestion. He put in a merge request. The guy who made it merged it like the next day. So because it's super small, like anybody could take advantage of this framework now. It's gonna do its thing right now. It's going back and forth with OpenAI. In the meantime, does anyone have any questions or?
Is there a limit to how many you can make? I noticed you had three before.
No, there's no limit. You could certainly add more. I mean, there might be a limit with the context window. I don't know how much of everything is kind of like getting regurgitated back into OpenAI. It might get confused, but I asked it to do something where it created like 7 agents, but then it timed out. I started going outside my tokens per minute. So.
I have another question. So
Sure.
do you know what, like, an individual agent does or how they function? So do they have some sort of memory? Do they have, like, we saw that they have a specific set of tasks, right?
Yeah.
But what comprises an agent?
I have a finite understanding of how this framework works because he doesn't have that much documentation. I'm assuming it's just using maybe JSON objects to pass to each other.
Does it create different libraries for each agent?
It does in a way. So what it does is it'll create these tools for each agent to use, and it creates a class here. So, and I'm not sure if this description gets passed on to OpenAI, but it has like tools from the framework, but it has custom tools that you can create. So you can create custom tools, and then the LLM, the reasoning layer, would decide which tool to use for what task you gave it, or what task the other agent gave it to do, which is pretty cool, because I wasn't able to.
What's an example of what's in the tools folder?
For example, here, like the Bing search tool. So I put my Bing API key.
I see.
Then I ask it to get the name and where they work, and then I make a request to Bing, and then all I do is I give back. This one's simple. I give back just the URL, right? But this one here, it almost does the same thing with the same parameters, but it's giving back all the results in a JSON format, and then it decides what to do with that JSON, and it decided to give it to OpenAI and tell OpenAI what to do. Like, find me Michael Friedberg within this JSON blob. What I would like to do is figure out what it's asking OpenAI, like what are the prompts that it gives. So this finished, it built the agency for the debate club, and it's right here, boom. So we have the debate club, it's been created. We have the debate moderator class. We have its tools, argument parser. So let's see what this does. I have no idea what it does, but it looks like we can read a tool that processes natural language inputs from debate participants to identify key points and arguments. It extracts the main claim, supporting evidence, and counter arguments from a text input. Debate summarizer summarizes key points. Then we got debater A. Let's look at its tools. Data fetcher. So I did remember it was trying to get access to some database, but like this is where a developer needs to go in, because we don't have PyMongo installed. I don't have a Mongo database full of data that we can use. So if I ran this, it's going to crash. If I install PyMongo, it's going to ask me for the database, and a database I have no data in. So, but we could probably, you know, figure out a way to get this to work. Evidence organizer, a tool that organizes and formats the fetched data and evidence to a structured format. So, I mean, this here, I mean, I could maybe use Bing or something to find data, and then maybe it could parse through the web pages or something like that. Or you can use Llama, maybe, like, or OpenAI to get more information. I don't know why we would need a database. So, but it did build all this, and we could run it. I know it's gonna fail because, actually, let me do this. So, this is inside of Debater A, right? Let me see this one, Debater B. So, for Debater A and Debater B, I do not want to use local databases. Just use another call to OpenAI. So what it will do is rewrite the code.
So this is interesting. So to begin with, is it wrote a bunch of code? It wrote created all these libraries and tools for each one of these agents. And then now you're telling it, no, actually, I want to do something else instead of this.
And it'll go directly into that one.
So it has to send all this code back to OpenAI somehow to kind of figure out what it needs to fix in the code?
I think what it does, it doesn't do that, but it might cherry pick the code. That's a good question. That's a good, like, something for me to look into. But what I think it's doing is it cherry picks a directory, and then it runs commands, like maybe it runs like remove. And a good way, I should have did this prior, is to use git. So let's go into the debate. I don't want David. What's this called again? Debate club? Oh, it wrote it inside of, oh dang, okay. I did not want that to happen. All right, that's fine though. This happened because I executed the command with inside of the networking enhancer, which is fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move, let me see if this is done here. I'm gonna wait for it to finish, and then I'm gonna just move it up one directory.
So right now you're iterating over the tools and everything that it created initially, right?
Yeah. So let's see what it did. So the tools directory here is gone. It deleted all the tools it wrote. So, and it didn't delete these tools that it initially created. So it's gonna rewrite the tools, I assume, now. And just to let you guys know, this is not free. So I loaded up my account with $25 again. So like, let's just go to billing really fast and show you that it costs money. So like, I put $25 2 hours ago. So this demo has cost me an extra like $6. So because my account was negative 67 cents. I posted that in the Telegram channel. But I like this stuff. It's cool. I don't mind. But if you guys want to send donations, my Cash App is called Stockbot. All right, so let's go back to here. Let's see what this is doing. So it created a set of new tools. Look at that. OpenAI Encounter. So let's see here. So again, you need a developer because I don't think this has access to, unless it does. Maybe from here, from this base tool, it has access to the API key. But what's cool about the tools, what's cool about the way he wrote it, is if you see here, he wrote a test. So you can change directory into the tools directory and test your tool out. That's how I was able to get this to work. So I made the tool and I was testing it out, making sure it did what I expected. and then it worked. So that the other system works-ish, because sometimes it doesn't send the data to the data storage collector. So does anybody have any questions so far?
So you're using the CLI, right, and allowing this system to create the agents and the tools for you.
Yeah.
But you could also just implement them yourself.
Yeah, you could probably build out this, like, change, add everything. But one caveat is, like, I don't know what it does with the assistance API. So I'm not sure if you were to use this, if it needs to communicate to that. And also, this does a lot of things for me automatically. It creates this settings.json. So let me go back into the debate tool. So we have this agency manifesto that it creates, and these are all like prompts that it uses. It creates these instructions for you automatically. So I would assume you would need to go in here and create these yourself for this to work. But you could always certainly go in, create your own tools, and it would automatically decide which tool to use. So
right now, could you run it and have a debate?
yeah, let's do it. Let's have a debate. All right, so I'm gonna just kill this command here, and then I'm gonna run. I have to go into. So let me just move this directory. Hold on a second. Debate club. I just want to move it one directory up. So let's go into the debate club here. Perfect. And now let me run it. So let's see if it works and doesn't crash. And sometimes when you edit the files, it'll screw up its own file here. So I'm gonna go into the debate club. And I'll go into agency. So it didn't import this. So what this means is, if you're a developer, your job is safe for now.
For now.
For now. All right, so you gotta install a bunch of npm. What would be cool is, like, it could know what packages to install. I think there's like a pip command for that. I don't know if it scans the code base to figure out which pip to figure out which things to install. So let me do pip install Spacey. I have no idea what that is or what it does, or if it's a bug and I'm installing it on my computer. So let me install this. All right. Let me see if it works now. It's doing something. It's thinking. Which is normal. The other one thinks for a little bit.
What goes in the files directory?
So the files, it actually mentioned that inside of the README here. So let me go to the README of the agency swarm framework. So the files, directory for files that will be uploaded to OpenAI. So it's probably something a little bit more advanced that I haven't touched yet. But the debate club actually is working. So let's start a debate. So let's start a debate. See if it works and doesn't crash. What topic would you like to have a debate on?
Should AI systems have access to nuclear weapons?
Okay, that's a good one.
Who's actually? I have a better question.
Let's do something light.
All in.
I have a better question.
Yeah.
Is it better to have AI control nuclear weapons or humans?
All right, there we go.
I'm very curious to see what the answer is.
All right, setting up the debate. The debater A will argue in favor of AI, and the debater B will be the opposite. So I guess we're gonna have a show. Let's see. Let me make this a little bit bigger here.
Can you increase the font? Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that's kind of sucks about this UI is like when it's thinking, it kind of locks everything up together. So I can't scroll up or down or do anything until this is done. But once it's done, we can take a look. And I'm just gonna get some water really quick.
I hope we're all still alive by the time we come back. This is the case.
So if you guys have any business ideas, you could create an agency swarm, start tonight. I mean, a year from now, like the guy said, you can make a whole software company of yourself and one other business partner and rake in billions of dollars like Sam Allen was saying, right? So I think this is actually a path towards that. That's why I started looking into agents, and then I found out about agent swarms. And then if you follow David Shapiro, he talks a lot about AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, and he thinks that this is the way, like a swarm, multiple agents, is the way for AGI to happen. So this is kind of maybe the foundation of it. So, all right. So this conclusion. Well, do we want to go through what happened here? So let's start from the beginning here.
Can I make a comment?
Sure.
These are just search results. For this to be a debate, it's going to have, each side is going to have to respond to the other in detail, not just here's opinion A and here's opinion B, here's the conclusion. That's not a debate.
Maybe you should pick like which LLMs to debate. Like, I mean, I don't think it's search results, so it's communicating to OpenAI.
And it's giving you a collection of search results on those topics.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think LLMs have like reasoning yet.
No, I disagree. I think
Yeah?
LLMs do have reasoning, and there was research that showed that LLMs are actually, well, GPT-4 is more persuasive than humans in debates. You could turn this, you could tell the agency to have a, whatever, 2 rounds back and
Yes,
forth
maybe
debate,
10
or 3
rounds, and
you
then
could define it.
to take a line-by-line response from the other agent and to try to make counter-arguments for each.
Yeah.
And to make a larger picture in the end where each side will give a conclusive summary as to why the other side was incorrect.
We could. All I gotta do is just tell the agency swarm to redo it. So.
And then ask the moderator to score based upon quality of reasoning,
Yeah.
which side had the upper hand. And then the moderator should explain why one side or the other won.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be a debate, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
This wasn't quite a debate.
And also the moderator didn't come
Debating
back with
the
an
debate.
answer. It didn't decide on anything.
No, it just, yeah.
It just said, oh, this is an interesting debate.
Yes, which I would have told anyone. I hate when these systems are complimentary. Like, what a great idea.
So what did it end
I
up
was
saying?
expecting
Argument.
you to say you can't do that, so.
But it's not, I think what's interesting is that it actually did present arguments in favor of human control and arguments in favor of AI control.
That's a
which
beginning.
Which, I think is
It's a
better than
beginning.
like, oh, I can't talk about this, right?
It definitely didn't pick a winner because reading this, like,
It says nothing.
yeah, it says absolutely nothing. So.
But the arguments, I think, are not bad.
They're a
Human
good,
error.
They're a good start.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Did any of the arguments say that humans have their lives to lose and AI doesn't?
Who says
There's
that?
you remember the railroad game? The railroad game, like which side to pick? Like if you would pick,
Oh, right.
people who sleep versus people who are awake watching the train come. And then there was one where robots who pretty much were humans, and some people picked the robots because they're like, oh, they're just like people. So eventually we'll get to that point. But I don't know.
For now, our human survival instinct needs to prevail.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the fact that we're all here, we're ahead of the curve for sure. Were there any questions?
Actually, I gotta say, some of these arguments in favor of human control are not entirely in favor of human control. They're a little confusing.
The AI is biased.
The AI is biased towards AI, even the one that says, oh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump back into the other one, the network enhancer, and let's see if we can capture more people here. So let's see here. So what do you think so far? You guys would
Listening.
would you guys consider forking this repo and using it, or what do you think about agency swarms?
I'm running Genesis Swarm right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So
I spent 3 cents trying to start my own agency.
Yeah, I can see myself using this too. I mean, the fact that it was able to make something even working is pretty interesting.
Hello,
Just
welcome
with
to the event.
natural
Please tell me your
language.
first name, last name, and where you work.
Does anybody want to go up? Here,
Listening.
Erica Mohan, Broward County Art District. It's my friend, and I was using her as a test, so I know it works. That's why I did it. I'm gonna do another one too. So
It should have said you have a very deep voice, Erica.
That would be
But it's nice to meet you anyway.
Yeah, she was here. She came last time. But
GPT only will do that for you,
let's see here.
because it describes everything.
Oh, it didn't grab the picture. This is what I was talking about. So it grabbed the picture that it doesn't have
Erica, I
access
have
to.
successfully located your LinkedIn profile. You may proceed to the next station. Have a great day.
The next station. So let's see if it put it in.
Hello, welcome to the event. Please tell me your first name, last name, and
So
where
it
you work.
didn't do it. So dang. So I was trying to fix it. So this is definitely an issue with the instructions from the LLM to figure out like which tool to use, because I don't think it told the
Do you have anything in the files folder for this?
yeah. So I created. So we go to the networking enhancer right here, and we go to the data collector agent. It has these tools, and this is the Supabase inserter, right? So what I did was, I got my Supabase URL, my key, and it takes the data that was passed on by me to the greeting agent, that was passed on to the LinkedIn agent, that's then passed on to the data collector agent, and here we can see it completely just, the LinkedIn agent didn't even talk to the data collector agent. And where that's set up, by the way, is right here in the agency. So this here, these first two parameters is what goes inside of this box, the recipient. So I could actually add the LinkedIn agent here, or I could talk to it directly. And this, I believe, is like the hierarchy structure. So the greeting agent talks to the LinkedIn agent, and the LinkedIn agent talks to the data collector agent. So there's some issue with either the agency manifesto or some of the descriptions that were written here. So, and maybe a hallucination happened. So, but if it were to work, my tool works. I tested it out. It would send it to Supabase, and then it would appear on the app that I shared. So, that's it. I mean, I've been going on for like an hour. I want to give it back to everyone so that we can network and we can play around with this. Oh, go ahead.
How does it work with building other AI type stuff? Have you tried that at all?
Like programming a model, or?
Yeah, like I'm thinking of an example of like an LLM defender.
Yeah.
Trying to build an LLM for that. How do you think it would perform?
I mean, I think all you would need is a lot of GPUs to retrain an LLM. I mean, you could fine tune an LLM, but I don't know if this has the ability to fine tune an LLM. But what you could probably do is make a tool here to start creating an LLM. Like I think you need like PyTorch, and then you would need GPUs, and then I don't know how to create a model, so I would probably have to go through like the steps to create a model. You would probably write it into one of these tools, and then it could talk to an agent that's sole job is to create LLMs for you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you used it on any like GitHub repositories that are kind of like super niche? It learns them pretty quick?
Not yet. There is like a Discord here. So I was asking, let me delete this. I was asking someone here for like a demo, but this is why I think this project's not going away. This Discord is very active. So there's a lot of people using this. So you can jump in here and figure out what people are doing. And one guy was actually trying to train an LLM here. I think, oh no, he was asking about the files folder too. So somebody here was trying to make some sort of LLM here. But I mean, I'd be interested in how to make an LLM. If you want, you could reach out to me. Are you on Telegram?
Yeah.
Reach out to me and maybe we could work on something together.
Yeah.
What happens if you get a root? Can it just like build its own? Can you make something that takes over your own local machine?
That would be very cool. But I mean, it goes back to the tools. So if you make a tool that takes over your local machine, it could do that for you. So maybe like what would you do with that? What kind of like?
Only for nefarious purposes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I'm an evil type of person. I can just stick this on a computer, like,
Yeah.
just start changing files and changing backgrounds and just turn it into its own desktop and just.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's possible if you give it a root, you want to start, because if you have to manually type pip install whatever you want to install.
Yeah.
And it does that on a root level.
Yeah.
Anything's possible at that point.
Sudo rm -rf /. And it'll delete everything precious to you.
It'll delete itself too.
Yeah, it delete itself. Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't do that. But I didn't think of that. That would be a solution. Like, all right, once this is done, run this one agent to install everything that is a dependency for this project. So this is Agency Swarm. I'll put the link inside of the Telegram here. Anybody can fork it, start working on it. Let me grab it here. Agency Swarm. Let me grab this here. Let me go to Telegram. Where's my Telegram at? I posted too much and it deleted itself off my computer. Alright, so oh my gosh. Sorry about the delay. There we go.
Have you ever heard of a tool called Pinocchio?
No, what is it? Does it catch someone in a lie?
No. No, but there's a bunch of tools out there that allow you to run like LLMs locally. I think it would be dope that if this just ran a local LLM like Llama 3 or something like that.
It can. So he actually made an update recently about that. So let me go to his YouTube channel.
He said it can't?
It can. He
Oh,
didn't.
sorry.
He was pro OpenAI for a long time, but a lot of people were telling him like, hey, why don't you do?
What's expensive? The hell, that's hell.
Yeah. So he made an update here.
Of my framework is that it's fully based on OpenAI Assistance API. And to answer your question right now, no, we're not going to support any open source models.
Right. Is he watching himself?
So
Yes,
this
he
is
does.
where
He's such a
does
narcissist.
support open source models now. I still recommend you guys go with OpenAI whenever you can, but if you want to use Anthropic, Google Gemini, Mixtral, or even Llama 3 model running locally with Ollama, you now have the flexibility to do so. And I was actually really surprised how simple it is to set up, but the best part is that you can even combine different agents with different LLMs. Like for example, in this video, we're gonna create a manager agent that uses Anthropic and controls 2 other Google Gemini and Llama 3 agents. Let's dive in.
Yeah, that's dope. Running it locally, I think is that's the real flex. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
No cost.
you don't have to, it's zero cost. I mean, it's GPU cycles, but
Yeah.
just
You
keep your
can-
MacBook on a charger.
With Olama. You can run Olama.
Yeah, you can run Llama. Yep.
Someone ran someone at my coworker at Oracle. He ran Olama with 70B on his 3090, or RTX 3090, and he got 20 tokens per minute. And I don't know if or 20 tokens per second. I don't know what rate he told me, but it seemed low. But to him, he said like, hey, this is very high. He's way more sophisticated AI than I am.
Yeah, you should be able to get higher than that for Llama 3. Wait, Llama 2.
70B, the big model though.
That's
So
which one I have.
I don't think I can run 70B here. I could run 8B, but I have Llama.
Is that the M2 or the M3?
This is the M2. Yeah. But yeah. So any questions before we get on to networking? I guess that's it. We can conclude the live.
Yeah, awesome. Great
Yeah.
job, Mike.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you so much. We learned a lot about power of AI swarms, and today we're going to be doing an announcement. We're excited to announce that, also with Mike's help, we're going to be doing an open source initiative here at GP Tuesday. So all new elements, all new community projects can be imported onto our GitHub repository. I can go ahead and add those in for you. I'll create a repository for any project that needs to be created. So we'll be adding one of the agencies, is that right?
Yeah, I'm gonna add the agency. I just like to go through all my code, and I like to leave very detailed commit messages. So I'm gonna look through my code, and I'll push up to that repo.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, be the first one.
Yeah, so then if anyone wants to help out or build on it, and maybe we can start using that at GP Tuesday every week to introduce ourselves and it gets better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can share that contact with everyone on that webpage. It'd be very interesting to see where this goes.
Absolutely.
And that's just stage one for the open source initiative. Not only that, we're also having the website be open source as well. So if anyone wants to help add to the website, add on anything that you desire, right? About pages, any type of application features, it's all available for anyone. So open up the merge request and we'll go ahead and review that and merge it. And I believe that's it. Sardar?
I just want to add, hey everyone.
Yeah.
Sardar, sorry I'm late
Hey, yo.
today. I'm also one of the co-founders of GP Tuesday.
Yes.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Mike, for
Yeah,
this
of course.
speech. It was great. If you guys want to, I think we wanted to do like not only one project, not only the website itself to be open source,
Right.
which is also cool. I mean, because we don't want to keep updating something and not make it ran by the community, which is the whole philosophy behind GP Tuesday, is that this is a whole community and it's ran by the community. The speakers come from the community, the contributions come from the community. But also add, just like Michael is pioneering his first project on our platform, thank you, Mike. Everybody else can add whatever projects you guys are working on as long as it's AI to the website, and perhaps we can turn it into, one of those like, what's it called? It's not a marketplace, but what do you call those like Hugging Face type of project? Where you host different kinds of AI projects on it. The website could turn into that, right?
100%. You can turn into an absolute, you can turn into a real, basically monster, if you will. Think about it. We have weekly AI engineers, designers, developers, product managers working on it every single week. I can just imagine it iteratively becoming better. So we're extremely excited.
Also, as we branch out to other cities, we were talking about that as well, right?
Yeah.
We already had somebody reach out to us in Austin through our friend Ivan, who unfortunately moved out to Austin. But
Thank you, Ivan. He's on
he's
YouTube
on-
live right here.
Really?
You wanna-
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I want to come closer so you can see on the
he's on
live.
something. Yeah, we had actually reopened that conversation with your boss about the Austin GP Tuesday chapter. And if anyone else is visiting here from outside of town, let's talk about chaptering it out to other cities, right? So, and I think in those cities also, more and more people join, they'll be able to host their projects on GP Tuesday website. And the website will turn into a real project, right? A product of its
100%.
own, so yeah, cool. All right, on to networking, or did you have anything else?
Sounds good. Yeah,
Cool.
on the networking.
All right.
Thank you,
guys,
everybody. No, thank you again. Oh, well, go ahead and open up the Telegram. I can take care of that.
No, I got it. Might as well close this.
Grant,
Yeah.
Why don't we have an anniversary party or an after party where we all go to Wynwood after the
Oh.
1 year anniversary?
GP Fun Day.
Yes,
Sounds good. Let's do it.
let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a lot of fun. We should do for Stephen was saying for the anniversary we could do something fun. So maybe like on a Friday or Saturday, GP Fun Day. I don't know. I'm liking the name, but yeah. How does it sound?
Yeah, what are you guys thinking? Any ideas for like the big anniversary? We were thinking like a panel discussion type of thing.
That doesn't sound that much fun.
No, he was saying like after, like maybe we could do Wynwood or something.
After party.
Yeah, I'm down.
Well, it could be the following, like whatever the
We should
weekend after.
celebrate.
Yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
should
let's do it.
celebrate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's still alive.
Oh,
it's gonna be man.
party. All right, perfect.